welcome to another edition of Top Plays of the Week. We're helping out open teammates and checking out your State Farm top assists. Pass those videos over here. Your first pass is from Just Joshing in the rep. Runs from the left side and doubles down on their own alley-oop toss. That block attempt was close.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. And along with Grant Hill and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Allie LaForce, our reporter. A look at the opening lineup for Washington. We've got Jordan Poole, George out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Bilal Coulibaly, and it's Sarr in at the 5. And for Charlotte, they've got Brandon Miller, Mark Williams out there with Jalen Duren. Then it's Ball, and it's Z in at the point. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
It'll be the Hornets off the tip. Some solid defense from Coulibaly. And Washington with possession. Here's Poole. Duren with a rebound. To the left side wing. Here's Ball. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Yes, sir. LaMelo Ball has handles, folks. He can get where he wants to on the floor. What a move.
Again, the miss by Poole. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, the head coach for Charlotte gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. A big topic of conversation, Chris Middleton. Coach said Middleton is an incredible shooter. He said we cannot let him get comfortable. Shoot it directly off passes. Our goal, run Chris off that three-point line. Chris Middleton, hard to stop. Guys.
And Allie, thanks. Here's Z. And just over a minute played here to start the game. He got a piece of it. Coulibaly with it. Here's Sarr. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
BA, the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Here's Z. A production powerhouse for this team. Putting up 36.5 a game.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that. But that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Middleton against Miller. Takes a 13-footer. Count that one.
Yeah, that's butter. I mean, Middleton with one of the smoothest jump shots in the league.
See the pass to Miller. Sinks that one from the post.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Doris, you look at this Washington team. They hit the reset button.
B.A., I am sure that's not an easy decision to make, but I believe it was the right move. Washington was kind of stuck at that play-in level. Now they have a clear focus and direction on the future. May take some time, but I like the plan.
Here's Sarr. 17 points in his last outing. Pass to Poole.
Charlotte foul. 0-0. First personal foul. First team foul.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Middleton with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Stolen by Miller. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Miller's got his second basket.
I love that opportunistic play off the steal by Brandon Miller. Does it all himself.
Floats one. Poole shot is off.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end. Certainly, he cannot buy a bucket right now.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Charlotte shooting their first free throws of the game now.
2 shots.
And that one misses. Grant, the Hornets are a team hoping to end a pretty substantial playoff drought.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they made a buzz in the postseason, but their return could be closer than people think. A few smart moves here or there might be all it takes.
Now here's Poole, a proven scorer in this league, averaging just over 25 a game. To the inside, Sarr, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
You have to be able to read the game as that pick and roll unfolds. Jordan Poole decides the right decision, make the pass.
Stripped it away. The finish. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Woo. His energy is unmatched.
The finish and transition, nice and easy.
Timeout call, the Hornets. They want to keep rolling here following the win against Brooklyn.
Oh my, talk about mental toughness. The crowd was roaring against them, but they were able to focus and finish the task at hand.
I thought what really stood out was how dominant they were on the offensive end. That was about as flawless as you could hope for.
Let's have a look at the leaderboard now and see the toughest defensive teams in the league these past 10 games. In third, the Hornets.
They're on a great run defensively, treating every possession with a sense of urgency.
For Charlotte, they've gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Here's Z. Koulibaly defending. Pass to Williams. To the wing on the left. And he lobs it up top. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt. Koulibaly on the wing. And the lob disrupted. Not to be. Ball throws it down.
Yeah, you can see the impressive vertical of LaMelo. This guy gets to the cup and slams it home.
Wizards trail by 4. Middleton outside. Great D that time from Miller. The Hornets have gone 5 of 9 from the floor. Here's Z. Koulibaly defending. Z, the pass to Miller. Here's the 3. Offensive board. Here's Williams. And there's the rejection. George finds Middleton. Poole outside. Pass to Sarr. Oh, Williams with the block. And it's the Hornets on the break. Jumps up, and the dunk by Duren.
If you leave a teammate of LaMelo Ball that wide open, I promise you, he will find him.
Here's Middleton. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Mavericks in Dallas.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy.
And the Wizards call time here. You know, last game they matched up with the Mavs. A tough loss there.
It really just wasn't a fun game for them. Their offense looked stagnant, and they couldn't get anything going.
I thought they were outworked and outplayed in just about every phase of the game. Maybe that's one of those situations where you say, hey, let's move on.
And the Wizards with possession here. They trail by 6. Ball against Poole. Outside Coulibaly. And another miss by Washington. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. They went to Washington for their last meeting with the Wizards. Came out with a victory.
Well, they beat this team in their last matchup, and it wasn't even close.
Yeah, I thought that had to do with getting the starters in foul trouble and then taking advantage of the substitutes. And that led to a huge disparity on the scoreboard.
Middleton looking around to the middle. Stolen by Miller. Here's Z. Here's Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
They played with fantastic energy from the opening tip.
Well, you set the tempo early, and when you get command and control of a game, it's perfect.
Poole. And again, unable to change momentum here.
Already +5 in terms of rebound margin.
Here's Miller. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
Defensively, their effort hasn't been great early on.
Wizards trail by 12. Middleton outside. Great D that time from Miller.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Here's Z. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. You know, Grant, for players that move to a new team in the offseason, have they had enough time to get adjusted?
Well, you know, BA, it depends. Some guys blend right into a new squad, but for others, it takes a lot of repetition to get a feel for your teammates.
And he knocks down the first one. So for the Hornets, Bol comes in for Williams, and Miles Bridges subbed in for Duren. And Washington will go for a different look here. Vukcevic, he's checked in for Sarr. Brown comes in for Middleton. Green's checked in for Coulibaly. And it's Highland in for Poole. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Timeout called, the Wizards.
Things just aren't going their way. He clearly wants to talk it over.
Well, night in and night out, sometimes it's a battle of runs. Who has the most?
Here's Vukcevic. Bol covering. Here's Highland. Another miss. They desperately need a bucket.
The way they've gotten after rebounds has been impressive.
And Ball throws it down.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Now here's Highland. 17 points for him last game against Dallas. Here's Z. Pass to Bridges. Here's Z. Green covering. Hey, from beyond the arc. The shot by Z, no good.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
Highland with it. Back to George. To the right side. 6 to shoot. Here's Highland. Comes up empty from 19 feet out. Charlotte leading by 16. A bit of a tweener, but Miles Bridges finds ways to show up in the box score doors.
Well, you know he's looking to score, Brian, first and foremost. Easy to set up as he can attack from virtually anywhere. No matter what, you know that Bridges is going to get you some buckets. Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy, just struggling to make shots right now.
To the paint. Here's Green. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Oh, got a piece of it. Bold. Pass to Ball. Inside. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Outside for Green. And they're on the run. Here's Ball. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good. Ball's got 8 points. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Charlotte?
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
And the other thing that's working for them tonight, getting out into the open floor. A lot of the damage coming in transition.
Ball passes to Z. From behind the arc. The rebound by the Wizards.
And despite a struggle scoring the ball, they've done enough to build this lead.
Here's Brown, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's on Brandon Miller.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Washington shooting their first free throws here tonight.
2 shots.
The first one falls. Champagny. He's checked in for George. So he gets them both. Here's Z. He's got 6. Down low. Here's Bowl. Rebounded by Champagny. Wizards trail by 14. Now here's Highland. Yet to see a basket.
Oh, Bones Highland with the pretty pass. That's the decision-making you want to see.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Here's Z. He's guarded by Highland. Z shot is good.
Only 2 of 8 to start this game. We'll see if that bucket gets them going.
And so it's Highland who brings up the ball for the Washington Wizards. Pass to Vukcevic. Hornets with the rebound. 1:35 left to play in the first. Outside, Brown. Tries it from 16. Bowl grabs the board.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the 3. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
There's the steal. Outside, Highland. The Hornets pull it in. Bowles got his 4th rebound in this one.
They keep going back to the same person expecting a different result. He hasn't scored the entire period.
Here's Salon. Brown with some nice D. The Wizards trail by 14. Pass to Highland. Lets it fly. With nobody on him, he buries that jumper.
Assisted. Brown.
41 seconds left in the opening quarter. Charlotte is gone 1 of 4 from deep. Here's Z. He's guarded by Highland. Here's Z. Give him 8. Bowl. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul. Third.
He's got his
team
first
foul.
free throws of the night right here.
At the line for your Hornets. Ball. Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Bowl. And Charlotte making a change here. Pickett's checked in. And Bowl drops them both. The Wizards trail by 14. Highland looking for an opening. Cans it from short range.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. It's the Hornets. They lead by 12. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. So far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And for the Hornets, this has been a game they've wanted to have.
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
Williams is out there with Jalen Duren. And it's Carrington in at the 2. So that's the group out there for Charlotte.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Basket's good.
Assist goes to James.
Wizards trail by 14. Pass to Vukcevic. Outside Koulibaly. Duren with a rebound. Duren's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Pickett. 13 points in the win against Brooklyn. Duren in the high post. Here's Pickett. Takes the 3. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Out left to the wing. Poole outside. Pass to Champagny. Outside Koulibaly. 4 on the clock. And another miss by Washington. Charlotte leading by 14. To the inside. To the left wing. There's the triple. Shot's good by Carrington. Carrington's got his first 3 points of the game.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Wizards last season for the first time in a long time hitting the reset button. A losing record, no surprise, but they're trying to build something from the ground up. Enough of treading water in the middle, Brian. They're 45 straight seasons without hitting 50 wins, the longest such streak in NBA history.
Not good there, Allie. Thank you.
And a solid pick to free him up for the dunk.
Boy, the timing there couldn't be any better.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Now here's Poole, coming off a 16-point game against the Mavericks in Dallas. Here's Champagny. Second chance shot. Here's Pickett. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Duren up top. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Defensive foul.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
First personal foul. First team
And
foul.
it's 6-10. Jalen Duren is an incredible athlete for his size.
Yeah, he's got a lot of bounce, which helps him as a rim protector, rebounder, and lob threat. Plus, he's got quick feet, and he's able to guard smaller guys on the perimeter.
George, he's checked in for Washington. Chris Middleton comes in for Champaign.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Duran. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. Middleton, no good.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Here's Miller. Oh, some solid defense from Poole. And so it's Poole who brings up the ball for the Washington Wizards. 19-point game. And an emphatic jam on the lob.
Everyone loves the alley-oop play, B.A.
Yep, one of the prettiest in basketball. Got it. Ball's got 10.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
George outside. Stolen by Miller. And here's the fast break for the finish. And the fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
I tell you, see the burst of speed of Brandon Miller getting out in transition.
And here's Poole. He's scoreless. Pass to Sarr. And he makes it on the layup.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Hornets leading by 19. Here's Z. He puts up a 3. Sarr pulls it in. George outside. Now here's Middleton. Pass to Sarr. Blocked.
Yeah, anytime you put the ball up near Duran, there's a chance it ends up back in your face.
Here's Z. They get it back. Duran. And the dunk by Duran. That gives him a double-double.
And it's so hard to stop the putback when you let him live at the rim like that.
Boy, once he gets his hands on it around the rim, it's too late.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
Poole finds George. Driving to the basket. Count the basket.
Well, that's a nice feel right there by Jordan Poole. Just make it easy on your teammate to score it.
Pass to Z. Inside. Here's Bay. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
The Wizards trail by 21. Now Poole. No made baskets yet. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Jordan Poole is one of those guys who's determined to score the basketball. Nice way to finish a play.
So many ups and downs in his career, Doris. You forget how young Jordan Poole is.
Well, think about opposite ends of the spectrum. Early on in his career, he goes down to the G League and then won a title all in a span of under 24 months. To me, he's still figuring out what works best for him, but the skill is undeniable.
Free throw good. Poole. All right, Grant, what do you think about Jordan Poole's nickname? The Poole Party.
Oh, it's very apt, right? Because when he's on, everyone is having a good time. But it also speaks to his relaxed attitude. He's out there to shoot and have fun while doing it.
Wizards trail by 20. Poole outside. Pass to George. Takes it inside. Duran with a steal. Here's Z. Last game out, we saw him score 42. To the middle. Here's Bay. And that one's good. Bay's got 4 points this quarter.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
The Wizards shooting 37% from the floor at this point. Outside Koulibaly. Kicks it out to Middleton. Off the mark there with a 3.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Ball left side. Miller outside. Pass to Z. Takes a 3. Here's Duran. Washington with a rebound. Their next game playing at home as the Pacers come to town. And that's a 1-game homestand for the club. Middleton against Bay. Middleton, no good.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
Washington's gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Koulibaly up top. He's got 5. The jump hook. Duran with a rebound. Duran's got rebound number 13 tonight with that one.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
A shot from the mid-range. Rebound by Middleton.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point. Well, as soon as you recognize a size mismatch, you have to attack.
He's not helping them at all by jacking up 3-pointers. He's got to realize that immediately.
And that one is stuffed right through.
And he's playing the game with a certain flair right now.
Oh, he caps off the move with a little hang time on the rim. Here's Z. Give him 8 points now. The shot no good. Some solid defense from Koulibaly. Sarr passes to Middleton. To the paint. Here's George. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. George has got 4 points now in the quarter. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Hornets. To the inside. Tipped. Outside Koulibaly. Takes one from 10 feet. And Bay pulls it down. Charlotte leading by 16. Here's Z. Pass to Ball. Here's Z. Yes, sir. And it's Ball with the assist that time. Ball's got 3 assists tonight.
And we've begun to see their 3-point shooting slip a little this quarter.
Here's Sarr. Shoots from 12. A miss there. Still shooting 6 for 9, though. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Will Z in their last game against the Nets put on a show. He contributed 42 points, and his passing was huge in that game, finding ways to involve his teammates. He was locked in all night long. We'll see if that focus carries over into this game. Guys?
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
And he shows the focus there. Nails the team.
When this young guy is on his game and 100% focused, Jordan Poole unequivocally has the talent to affect winning. And boy, we know he can come up clutch in big games.
So Charlotte ends up going with a new group. A big group substitution here for Washington. Vukcevic, he's checked in. Sarr. Champagny comes in for George. Green's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Highland in for Koulibaly. Now here's Highland. Right now he's contributing about 15.5 points a game. Pass to Champagny. 6 on the shot clock. Washington again can't hit. Charlotte leading by 20. And here's Bull. Here's Pickett. He's guarded by Highland. Here's Pickett. And he banks in the layup. Pickett's gotten his first points in this one.
Making plays at both ends of the floor, and it shows up in the box score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Oh, it's blocked by Bull. Here's Carrington. He's guarded by Highland. Kept alive. Goes back up. Shot's good by Carrington. Carrington's got his second bucket on the night.
Their intensity has only picked up this quarter, even while holding the lead.
Left side Highland. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Williams has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Bull. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Highland, the pass to Green. Here's Vukcevic. Pass to Poole. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. Jalen Duren has been leading the charge for Charlotte, piling up the numbers that quarter. Already, he's got a double-double. Back after this. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Jalen Duren with a strong contribution so far on this one.
And just halfway through this contest, he's already registered a double-double.
That takes a level of aggression and a level of focus, and he has brought it all night thus far.
On the court for Washington, we've got Bilal Koulibaly, George out there with Sarr. Then it's Jordan Poole, and it's Middleton in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Z. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
The officials were right on top of that one.
At the line for 2, 0-0.
First free throw is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And it's Poole with the ball for Washington. Pass to Sarr. Back to Poole. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That's on Mark Williams.
That's a nice make by Jordan Poole. This guy finds all sorts of ways to get his points.
Yeah, and this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight. And the first one at the line is good. And so he makes both from the line. And here's Charlotte now. They'll be off to Portland for a meeting with the Trailblazers after this one. They're kicking off a 4-game road trip. Here's Z. George defending. Z to pass to Duran. Here's Z. Oh, from deep. Rebound by the Wizards. Sarr's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Pass to Poole. Inside. Sarr misses. Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for Charlotte. 0-0. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And so he hits both. Well, the Wizards shooting only 33%. Not exactly consistent offense. George outside. From outside the arc. The offensive rebound. Here's Coulibaly. Washington again can't hit.
Not a terrific start here in the second half. 4 attempts, nothing to show for it.
Here's Z. Williams tips it back in. Williams has got his first 2 points of the night.
How about the anticipation and the timing there? He is all over it.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Yeah, a problem from the mid-range. Jordan Poole understands how to shake free and get to that spot.
Here's Z. 15 points in the game. Counted.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Out of bounds. It'll be Hornets ball. And a quick look at how Charlotte's schedule is shaping up. On Sunday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Portland, going up against the Blazers. Then on Monday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the Sacramento Kings.
Looking at this stretch, they should have little issues beating most of their opponents. They just need to keep the intensity up and avoid playing down to their competition.
Miller on the wing. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Miller's got 12.
Yeah, I like whenever Miller uses his size to his advantage, especially down near the rim.
Left side, Coulibaly. Shoots over ball. It's wide right. Hits off the rim. For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. To the middle. Charlotte gets it back. Pass to Z. He shoots a 3. And they'll get another chance.
Wow, just getting all the luck right now, it seems. Good bounce.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Stripped away. Here's Z. Banked it in off the glass. Z's got 19 points. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third.
Washington.
Check it out, the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been scorching the nets from range the last 10 games. Number 1, the Hornets.
Number 1, you have to have good shooters. Number 2, you have to take good shots. This team is both talented and disciplined.
The first free throw is good.
And man, looking good from the line so far this half.
So for Washington, Brown, he's checked in for Chris Middleton, and it's Highland in for Poole. Good on both. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. Pass to Sarr. Right side, Koulibaly. Over ball. No good. A bit long that time.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
And so it's Highland with it. He brings it up for Washington. Hey, Grant, when you look at the mentality of today's players, what are the differences from back in your day?
Well, B.A., through the wonders of technology, players interacting more directly with their fans and telling their own stories. Also, there's a brotherhood. It's a bit more brotherly, with players on different teams more friendly than in days past. And, you know, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Boy, that's great defense from LaMelo Ball. He has the length and the agility to be an outstanding defender. It's about learning to give it every single night on that end.
Miller, rejected by George. Pass to Koulibaly. They still need this. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Brown's got 3 assists now in this one. Charlotte has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. A chance here to catch up with Alley from the sideline.
LaMelo Ball is such an instinctive playmaker. Talking about his approach, he said, I'm just making it up. I see someone, I throw it, whatever comes to mind. Ryan, the way he sees the game makes him a box office attraction.
I like it. It's that new school flair with a game that harkens back to some of the greats. He's special to watch, Alley. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
I'll tell you, it's been a struggle for him in this period, and they're struggling as a result.
That is now his 7th field goal in 10 attempts. Impressive.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
Pass to Duran. Here's Z. Koulibaly defending. Launches it. They get it back. It's good on the putback.
They haven't been able to grab many rebounds, getting burned on second chance opportunities.
Washington with the ball. Highland with it. Ooh, excellent D there from Ball. Here's Z. It's rebounded by Washington. Pass to Highland. Back to Koulibaly. Down low. And rejected. Ball passes to Z. Back to Ball. Sarr pulls it in. Sarr's got 8 rebounds in the game. Outside, Brown. Another shot. And the basket is good. Sarr's got 14 points.
Well, you love the persistence on the offensive glass. All about effort right now.
Here's Z. He's got 21. Buries it down low. Z's got 12 points now in the quarter.
He's going off this quarter. A huge reason why this team is on top.
Now here's Highland. Pass to Sarr. Second chance effort. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul, third team foul.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Charlotte.
Well, the defense looks helpless trying to contain them in the open floor, and they've continued to exploit this advantage.
I think it's also important we have to acknowledge how many scoring opportunities they've created from their spectacular defense, getting a bunch of points off turnovers.
And he can't get the first one. So both teams changing it up here. Good on the second one. And here are the Hornets now. Pass to Bridges. To the wing, right side. Here's Carrington. Green covering. They grab their own miss. And there's the bucket. Staying with it that time. Offensive glass getting it done.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
Highland, the pass to Green. Out to the wing. Now here's Highland. He's guarded closely.
Bones, Highland.
And Washington making a change here. Brown's checked in.
Team foul. Substitution for Washington. Brown.
Charlotte has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Pass to Carrington. Here's Pickett. Here's Salong. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
Now here's Brown. Lays it up and banks it in.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
Pass to Salong. Here's Pickett. He's guarded by Highland. Inside. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Here's Highland. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Bowles got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Pickett. Now Bridges. Five on the clock. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That was good. Bridges has got his first basket.
Oh, it's exactly what you want to see from Miles Bridges. Assert himself, use that frame to convert through contact.
They swipe it. And he lobs it up. Trying to go for a lob there. Excellent defense and anticipation to stop it. Brown with it, and Bridges picks him up defensively.
His defensive talent, such a gift for his squad.
Boy, you see the effort, you see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down. How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Now here's Highland. Champagny. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Bridges.
It's his first trip to the line.
4th team foul. Shooting for the Wizards. Justin Champagny. Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes a first. Bay, he's checked in for Charlotte. Both shots good from the stripe. 1:49 left to play in the third. Pass to Bridges. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Personal foul.
Miles Bridges has a frame that allows him to play through contact, and he welcomes and relishes those opportunities.
That's good from Bridges.
Guys, what we've come to learn about Miles Bridges is this guy is a force on the offensive end. Whether he's inside or outside, you know he's going to be aggressive trying to put the ball in the basket.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Brown. Bridges hits them both. And here's Middleton. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Basket counts.
Oh, he has a lot of tools in the toolkit. That
Substitution
checked in
on
for
the
Washington. Coulibaly comes in for Green. They've got Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Pickett in at the 1. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. Z shot is good.
his first 3 of the half. That gives him 9 total points from beyond the arc so far.
Now here's Middleton. And several years ago, the NBA introduced the Supermax. How do you think it's worked out, Doris?
Yeah, I think every decision, Brian, that the league makes is trying to make sure that everybody has an equal opportunity for a championship. This particular implementation has made it easier for small market teams to retain their stars. And think about it. Even if someone signs it and then gets traded, at least those teams get an opportunity to get big draft capital. That's huge.
The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
And keeping the play alive with his activity. I love the effort.
Pass to Pickett. Oh, they pick off the pass. Here's Sarr. Middleton up top. Shot clock at 6. Fires the 3. Connects from downtown. Middleton's got 9 points here in the second half.
I'll tell you, you have got to have a short memory. You put a poor first half behind you, and you get to work here in the second. You know, 2 things happen there. Excellent coverage on the shot, and then finish the possession securing the boards.
First team foul. At the line for the Wizards, Bones Highland. 1 shot.
And the free throw, no good.
Guys, I think it's obvious. Bones Highland has talent on the offensive end as a scorer. But for this guy to really make it, he's got to find a way to be efficient and consistent.
And the Hornets making a change here. Williams is checked in. Brown, he's checked in for Washington. Here's Coulibaly. And it's all from 3-point range.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Here's Z. And he can't stop the run as that one misses.
A perfect example of how to protect the rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes. What a big-time asset defensively.
Here's Z. Charlotte again missing.
He hasn't helped the cause with his shooting, but his teammates have had his back.
Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce. Doris, coaching is a difficult job. You think they're judged unfairly?
I do, PA. I think they go into any circumstance, and it's largely contingent on what is the strength of the organization. What's your ownership like? What is their commitment level to winning? What is your front office and the decision-making process like? But we all know this. Like, the coaches ultimately are the ones who are judged by wins and losses. They know that going in.
Champagny. He's checked in for Washington. Johnson comes in for Highland.
Hornets foul. 0-0. 4th personal foul. 2nd team foul.
On defense, the Hornets. Coulibaly up top. Lets it go from deep.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
To the middle. And the Wizards on the break. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
It all happened in an instant. Turning defense into offense. I love it.
Well, just terrific anticipation to force the turnover and ignite the break. That's the idea. You work the ball into that area. It's a sweet spot.
Take it away. Here's Z. Rebound by the Wizards. Koulibaly's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Sar. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. That's on Mark Williams.
Man, good whistle there.
Third team foul. At the line for the Wizards, Alexander Sar. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he drops a first. Well, Doris, with so many franchises, the star player has a lot of sway.
Well, to me, B.A., so much of this speaks to which star are we talking about. If you take someone like Stephen Curry, who historically has welcomed other stars to play alongside him, or has at moments in his career had to elevate young players who maybe have to play through some mistakes, he welcomes both. It depends on the star we're talking about.
Here's Z. Pass to Salah. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Z. From deep three-point range. Offensive rebound. Williams' shot is good.
They're playing a lot more aggressively on the offensive boards in the second half, racking up a ton of second chance points.
Here's Champagny. Williams defending. Champagny's shot is off. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for the Hornets. Fires from 14. The shot by Z, no good. And the Wizards shooting just 34% so far in this one. Here's Sar. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Here's Z. Oh, he tries a 3. Counted from distance. Z's got 32 points.
Deep into the game, you rely on players like him to keep delivering.
To the paint. Here's Pickett. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
Well, so great when your offense produces a shot that close to the rim. The rest of the work becomes easier.
The shot by Z, no good. Well, the Wizards shooting just 37% since the fourth quarter got started. Koulibaly drives in. Yep, that one's good. Koulibaly's got 10 points in just the second half.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
All right, time for an injury report. Let's check in with Allie LaForce for an injury update on Josh Green. Allie.
I was able to talk with the head athletic trainer of the Wizards about his status. He said there is tendonitis in the knee, and it is a source of debilitating pain right now. It sounds like we won't be seeing him back on the floor anytime soon. This is a tough loss.
Okay, thanks for the update. Good to get that information. Now we know how things are coming along, Grant.
That's true. It's the uncertainty factor with injuries that can be so hard to handle.
There's no question, because even if you know what's wrong, individuals have different healing times. The time frames can be totally different for similar injuries.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. Pickett, yet another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He has been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Poole outside. Pass to Sar. Here's Champagny. Koulibaly with it. Poked loose. A minute 39 left to play in the fourth. Here's Z. Kept alive by Charlotte. Here's Bay. Pickett passes to Z. Fires for 3. He buries it from 3. Z's got 38 points.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Hornets.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And this win will give them 12 on the year thus far.
And that'll put a little extra meaning on their next game. No team wants to go 0 for 4 against an opponent, no matter who it is.
And they got a lot of great solo efforts tonight, but probably none bigger than the performance for Z.
Well, I think his contribution clearly came at the defensive end, right? He came up with a bunch of huge steals. He was a menace all night long.
Here's Salone. Pass to Carrington. Clock at 6. The top of the key jumper is on the mark.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Back to Poole. Looking to win the run. It's and so Charlotte takes this one by a big margin. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They did. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.